Dot.
ना कोई रात है ना कोई दिन यहाँ, क्या ये अंधेरा है कि सिर्फ है धुआं।
It was always a conversation because Don is a character, somebody who can just do anything, and he just continues his story, I guess. And so I was very excited with the idea of Don too, because I think most people who are watching the film or are wanting to see the film right now want to know what happens, you know, because the first Don, because it was a remake, you already knew the story. Here the story is completely fresh, the characters remain the same who you're already familiar with. So then, you know, you're like, what happens, what next? And so I was very excited when Farhan told me that, you know, he wants to make Don 2, and I was in fact even more excited with Don's character and my character. Don's character's evolved tremendously. He's meaner, he's more menacing, he's evil, but at the same time, you know, there's something about him which is intriguing. And from Roma's point of view as well. And Roma coming with her vengeance and you know, her want for revenge, and it's all just really confusing in her head because he just comes back into her life after like 4 years. And so all that really excited me the most.
And the last one, as you said, was a remake. So you know, they were pretty much the storyline was similar to the original Dawn, and other than a few surprises. How different is this Dawn?
Well, this Dawn is a story going forward, right? So it, like, after Dawn escapes, because that was a big twist that Dawn is still alive and he had actually killed Vijay in the first one. The fact that Dawn escapes and the fact that he now is, what will he do and what happened to Dawn for like 4 years and now what happens now? That's what Dawn 2 is about. That in 4 saalon mein usne kya kiya, and what will he do now? Because Don can do anything and nobody knows what he's thinking or what he's feeling, or if he's being honest, or if he's not being honest, and I think that's what's really cool about him.
Tell us more about Roma's character. I mean, she comes across a very strong woman, someone who can confront Dawn. How does her love-hate relationship goes in this?
I think in Dawn 2, Roma doesn't know whether she hates him or she loves him. She hates him, of course, because he's Don and he betrayed her. He pretended that he was Vijay, but he was actually Don. He gained her trust and then he completely betrayed her. So she hates him for that. But somewhere she loved this man. So she has that, you know, nothing, hell has no fury like a woman scorned. And that's what Roma is in this film. She wants to hurt him and she hates him, but she loves him and she's confused and she just doesn't know what to do because it's this, her heart tells her something else, her head tells her something else, and that's what creates this incredible love-hate kind of chemistry between Dawn and Roma, where even Dawn, for that matter, he knows that she's a cop. Now Roma's a cop in Dawn 2. And she knows that, you know, she's a cop and he knows that she's bad for him. But he just can't help it. There's something about her that intrigues him. And the same thing with Roma, she just can't help it. That, you know, she hates him. She wants to stab him to death. But she just can't kill him. And that, I think, is a really nice dilemma that Farhan has created with both these characters.
And this new track that's been Arjun and Roma. What's that about? Sahil and
Sahil's character, Arjun. I thought Rampal. He's not in the film. Right. Well, with Sahil's character, which is Arjun, and Roma, it's a sweet little track because obviously 4 saal ho gaye hain and you know she's only focused on catching Don. She's become a cop because she wants to catch him so badly. So there's this other guy who's kind of interested in her, but she's always tarkowed him a little bit, you know. Acha, when Don is caught, then we'll see. It's not like she doesn't like him, but it's not the same. It's not that madness that she felt when she was with Don, or how he makes her feel. Don is like her drug, you know, and she's just addicted. So anybody who comes into her life is there. It's sweet, she likes him, but it just doesn't feel the same. And from Sahil's point of view, I think from Arjun's point of view, he's protective of her, he really likes her, and he's pursuing her, ki chal na yaar, give me a chance. But she's just stuck on Don.
What is it, the one characteristics of Don that excites you most, or that is most fascinating to Roma and to Priyanka Chopra?
I think to Roma, what is most fascinating about Don is that she doesn't know him. That she doesn't know if what he says is the truth, if what he feels is the truth, or if he's lying or not. I think that fascinates her somewhere at the back of her head. And to Priyanka, I think I love Don. I think he's just intriguing because I think he's evil, which I really like, and he's menacing, and I love his wit. You know, he's very witty. He comes up with these one-liners which are really cool. Don's just cool in Don too. He's just he's got this swagger, and he's just like cool. And I think I really like that, and I think the audience and the girls especially will really like that.
This is the first time Don has been shot in Berlin, Germany. How was it for the long schedule? How was it to work in Germany with German crew?
2 months in Berlin, brilliant. It was one of my best outdoors ever. We had so much fun, and you know, even the German crew and everybody in Germany treated us so well and gave us so much love and so much, you know, just affection to be able to shoot the way we wanted. And I mean, हमने तो धज्जियाँ उड़ा दी हैं बर्लिन की. यहाँ पे गाड़ी blast हो रही है, वहाँ पे ये टूट रहा है, but they let us do it all, which was really cool. I think the Berlin crew, the German crew, was also really nice. We all really got along very well. But Berlin was one of the best outdoors I've ever had. We used to all hang out after pack up, and we used to play video games, darts, and just games, and we were all like really bonded, you know, all of us. And thankfully, we all got along really well as well. And because we'd done a film before and everything, you know, so kind of there's a familiarity to it, and so it was really nice.
Did you pick any German?
Did I?
Pick up any German?
Pick a German mean?
German language.
Or did I pick up a German?
No.
Did I pick up any German? Actually, no. What German do I know? I think Achtung Baby. That's all the beware. That's all the German I know.
Shah Rukh's birthday was celebrated on the sets, you know, and Shah Rukh is such a big fan following there. Must have been an experience to see not Indians but actual German people coming and wishing him on the set, waiting for him.
I think it was great. It was really incredible for me to see. Of course, they knew me, they knew Arjun, they knew all of us. They were there for Shah Rukh, and their devotion to him was incredible to see. On his birthday, I remember they were waiting in the snow. It was snowing, and they were waiting for a couple of like 4 or 5 hours. Old lady, children, you know, just people waiting outside, about 50, 60 of them. And I remember Hrithik was there as well. So me, Hrithik, went down with Shah Rukh while he, you know, met his fans, and we were taking pictures and stuff, and we just wanted to see it. And what is incredible is the way he treats his fans with so much love, affection, and he gives so much of himself to his fans, and he treats them like they're his family. And that was a great learning experience for me, that, you know, the humility of the man. And I think that's why he has people who love him the way they do and respect him the way they do. It was really an eye-opener, I think, for me and for Hrithik.
It was extremely cold when we were shooting in Berlin. and there was a sequence outside a DCB bank setup. It was all shot in nights, and you were wearing only t-shirts and jeans, both Shah Rukh and you. Must have been really challenging.
Yeah, I think only him and I were wearing ganjis and shirts. Everybody else was in woolens, and it was bloody cold. Oh my god! That's how I said my line. Not coming out. In fact, there was a part I remember. Kunal Kapoor had to say these lines, and him and Shah Rukh had to fight, and their hands weren't moving. And Kunal's voice was coming out like that because he couldn't talk. It was so cold. And there was one bit where Shah Rukh had to carry me and bring me down the stairs. And we did some 10 takes of that. It was so cold and his hands were going like this, I remember, because it was so cold. And I was in a ganji and he was in a t-shirt. And we had like blood and stuff on it. So that was even colder and like sticky. And my god. But that sequence is looking so amazing that you forget everything at the end of it. I remember that Kunal and Shah Rukh had to have a fight, which I had to stop, and Shah Rukh was in handcuffs, and Kunal pushed him against the car really hard, and his hand went like this. But he continued the shot, and he sat inside, and I saw it. But we all continued the shot, and once it was done, like medics were called, and his hand was all like twisted because he got pushed really hard. But he continued the shot, so we continued the shot, and I think that shot's in the film. But wow, after that we had to take a break because his hand was completely twisted, and metal and so cold. Yeah, but it was. I think you don't remember any of it when you see the sequence. Like when I saw the film. And I see all of that. You don't remember it was cold, you don't remember anything. You just see the brilliance of the film that I was making.
There are a lot of stunts in the film. Let's start with the car chase sequence. So does Priyanka Chopra loves driving?
I like driving very much. This was fun because जैसे मैंने बोला धज्जियाँ उड़ाती थी हमने Berlin के streets की. So when I was driving the car, and I was driving it myself, which was really cool. One day I had to go and practice, like doing these sharp turns and doing these full turns and 360s and 180s and SSS jana. That was really difficult. But when we were on the road, there was so much safety and stuff, so it was all right. But driving really fast and turning the car around and reversing it and doing that chase was just, adrenaline pumping. But what was really funny was, I remember Shah Rukh had said that, I drive really well and all of this. And in the first shot, he banged the car with the camera. It was so funny. That was really, really funny. Because he was giving me all this gyan of, and I drive like, I can drive like really safe and everything, and bang. It was very funny. But I didn't bang the car anyway. I drove like a pro. That was a lot of fun, the car chase. We started with the car chase.
And Shah Rukh also gave you some tips, I guess.
But my tips work better than his tips. But no, he did. He's an incredibly, he maneuvers the car really well. So I remember when we were at the training, he had told me that, you should hold on to it like this, and this is how, because I was driving manual and automatic, and manual's a pain. Because, where do you get that time to change the gear in the middle of all this craziness? But, so yeah, he did give me a bunch of tips and stuff, which really helped. Bichara Sahil, he was stuck right next to me, uski jaan mere haathon mein thi.
So, did he feel safe, Sahil?
He didn't have a choice. He had to feel safe, bichara. I made him wear we made him wear the seat belt, but he was poor thing. And in any case, he had to be scared in the chase, so it really helped his character, the fact that I was driving so fast.
It was really challenging to shoot the sequence because, due to rains, to do the wet down and lights would go off. It was quite challenging. It was a very long schedule as well. I remember the crew had, most of the times the call sheet said that Don expertly evades Roma.
Yeah.
And it happened
for like 10 days, I remember, 10, 11 days. But I wanted to burn that gown. If I get my hands on that gown, I'll burn it. Because I've worn it so much. That gown was such a long continuity. Car chase sequence took us about 10, 12 days, I think. Then that ballroom sequence took us about 3, 4, 5 days. Then, it was just going on and on and on, wouldn't stop. I wanted to tear that gown apart. I couldn't wear it anymore. But it looked great, and I think it was it was a good pick on Jenna's part to pick that gown. It looked really nice, and but yeah, it was really challenging to shoot that sequence because it would just start raining randomly, and it was so cold, and the crew had to wait till the rain stops, and in those conditions carry lights and cameras and rig the cars, and plus the safety and traffic, and it was very challenging, but it looks bad.
Did you feel scared at any point in time about driving?
I don't get scared, okay? I'm not getting scared kind of girl. No, I didn't get scared. I got scared, I'll tell you when. Did I ever get scared? I think in the fight sequence, I got scared once. Because, I was fighting like a girl. मेरी बड़ी समस्या हो रही थी. I was like, I can't fight like a girl. I'm supposed to be a cop, I'm supposed to be trained. And it's like a full-on, I beat the crap out of that guy. So I was getting very irritated with myself. And we were doing rehearsals, I remember. And so then I was taught to, really give him the chops. And in fact, Shah Rukh was also rehearsing for his fight sequence. And he told me how to make noises like a man, like really hit people how, because I was going, hoo, hoo. Can't hit like that. You really make like fight noises. And then Farhan also came and he was like, this is how you do it, whatever. So that also, there I was scared for like a second because I had to hit this guy on his neck like this, like that. And I was so scared of hitting him because I thought he'll get hurt. And it's a very sensitive area. And I thought I'll hit him and it'll just choke him. And a couple of times I probably did also. But he's a professional fighter, so he was just like, just hit me, it's okay, just hit me, it's okay. So that's when I was scared to hit him. Because I'm like, I can hit. Sorry, but I'm tough. But not just because I was tough, but anybody, if you hit them over here, it's very sensitive. So I was scared of that. That was the only time I was scared.
And the explosion that happened after the DCP ban, the fire truck explosion.
That was really cool. I didn't see it live, but I saw the video of it because I was inside. It was too cold to come outside. I was inside, but that explosion was like really cool. It was big and everybody in the crew was like waiting to see it. It was a really cool explosion.
So, of the all fight sequences or the Karachi sequences, which one would you prefer, or which one you enjoyed more, the Karachi sequence or this fight?
I liked both. They both had a different. Rush to it. The Karachi sequence was really fun because I was driving really fast and you don't get to do that. But the fight was also really, a rush. I think I enjoyed the fight more. I like beating up people and I never get to do it. My brother's grown up now, so I can't even beat him up.
Let's check out the music of Dawn 2. There were a lot of songs in the previous Dawn. This one has, I guess, just one or two songs in it. But the music is again very melodious, and Shankar Ehsaan has come up in another gym. Your thoughts when you heard the songs for the first time?
I have always loved the essence of Dawn, the music of Dawn as a franchise, and the flavor of it, which is really cool. It's got this disco house kind of sound to it, which is really cool. Yeah, this film has less songs compared to the first Dawn. But we have really cool songs and they go with the flavor of the film, and which is really nice. Like I love the song which Lara features in with SRK. That's one of my favorite tracks in the film, and they're both looking really hot in it, and as a song it's really nice, na 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 na.
जो न समझा कोई मैं वो ही राज हूँ, जो किसी का नहीं है वो अंदाज हूँ, मैं समंदर से
Mera song. It has been shot very differently. You know, it's not like a regular song shoot. No dancers, no set as such. You have green, black, and blue backgrounds, and you are just performing in front of them. How different is it?
Well, it's Roma's imagination of sorts, or it's her conflict in her head, because like I said, she has a very love-hate relationship with Don, and it's her conflict that, you know, you're my dushman, but yet I'm just attached to you, and that's the vibe of the song, and which is why it had to be done in this very weird you know, mind space of this character. And like it says, you know, tum mere dushman aur dushman mera, and whatever. It's her singing that, it's her angst. So it had to be done, it couldn't be done real. You know, it had to be done in a virtual or like a alternate plane, like an alternate kind of imaginative space, which was really cool. It was the first time in the film that I'm actually glamorously dressed, which I liked. Otherwise I'm dressed like a cop, you know, wearing shorts and uniform, and this is the first time I was looking like, you know, glamorous. So I was very happy. But it was a really fun song to do because it wasn't really much about dancing. It was this angry, passionate angst between Don and Roma, which was really nice.
So which one? So there was that song where you move in front of those huge fans, the air blowing in. There was a point in time where you almost.
Yeah. Yeah, that was very funny. My dress had to fly wherever we wanted my dress to really, really fly. So she had these big storm fans. I didn't realize, but as soon as the fan came on, I flew off with the fan. It was really embarrassing. I was on very high heels also. But I just flew off with it, and everyone was like, "Khana nahi khilata koi usko, mota karo." But it was so embarrassing. I just went back. But that was difficult. That was a difficult chunk for me because I was in very high heels, and you know, to balance and do the harness and the jump and all of that in those really high heels and stuff. But otherwise, it looks really nice. It looks like this odd, strange, you know, alternate world that has been created, which is Roma's mind, and the conflict in her mind, which is very nice.
Was that easier to do as compared to the one where you had to move close to the fire?
Yeah, the fire one was still easier because उसमें क्या है, सिर्फ गर्मी तो थी. But that was alright. That was much easier. This was difficult.
You worked with Vaibhavi. It must have been really easy to shoot with her once again.
Well, Vaibhavi is great to work with. I've worked with her in Dostana. In fact, she was my first choreographer. I had done a music video many years back, and she's the first person who's ever made me dance. But she's great to work with, and she's so positive when you're working. You know, even if something is stressful or it's not happening as well as she might like it, she'll always say, you know, you were great. We can do this. Let's try this. So she's very positive like that. So it's really nice to work with somebody who, you know, inspires you so much to do the best that you can do.
Your second time working with Farhan for the second version of Tom, how was the second mix?
Farhan's insane. What I love about Farhan is he's just creatively so, he pushes himself every time. And this has been a very difficult film for him, I'm sure. It'll be a while before he thinks of making Dawn 3. But, you know, he really puts in so much in his films, and you can see that. And creatively, he's, I think, brilliant. He's one of the most amazing filmmakers we have in the country today, because he can think, like, his films look of international scale. His films look like, you know, they're just the best that can be made in that genre. And especially with Dawn 2, it's like this really cool heist, chic action film, and it looks like that when you see the trailer, when you see the film, when you see the characters. And that's entirely Farhan and his imagination, especially Dawn 2. Dawn 1, at least he had a reference because from the earlier Dawn, but this one is entirely him, and I think he's done it brilliantly.
And how is it to work with Ritesh and Excel?
I love Ritesh. I call him Gunda. He's my favorite Gunda. Excel has been an amazing team in terms of production, in terms of just, they've been such nice people to work with, and they're a little bit anal about everything. ऐसे करना है, ये करना है, वो भी करना है, but besides that, everything gets done really well. and now we've become friends. So everybody on the team and everything. So it's been really, really fun. We've made a great film. Ritesh is somebody that I know has an amazing vision in the films that he makes. He's hugely passionate about it, and a very good producer, because he knows how to save money but at the same time spend it on where it's required. And that's what an intelligent producer needs to do, make a great film, spend it in the right places. And he's very organized, and I guess that credit goes to his team completely. That, you know, we are never over scheduled, or we never lose time, and we're always prepared. There's always a plan B. So execution happens really seamlessly.
And working with Shah Rukh?
It's great working with Don always. He's an incredible co-actor to work with. Very inspiring, and more than anything, very helpful. For him, it's always about the scene, it's always about the film, it's always about the bigger picture. He's helped me a lot with Roma's character. In a lot of scenes, he used to give me a lot of advice on how I should take it and how I should do it. We always discuss things a lot. But more than anything, he's somebody with such a great heart. That, you know, he does his films with so much passion and so much soul that rubs off on you. That, you know, you feel like, you know, wow, I want to be able to think like that. I want to be able to live my films like that. And his passion for the cinema that he makes and does is very inspiring.
And will we see Don and Roma again?
Ask Farhan that. Could, you never know. जैसे, like, you know, Don को पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन है.
Just please summarize the overall experience, right from the first time when you heard of the concept of Don to now when the film is about to release. How do you feel, you know, about the entire journey?
It's been a very special film. Don 2 for me was new beginnings, honestly, as a phase in my life. Lots changed in me as an actor, as a person during this film. And so for me, Don 2 will always be very special. From the time it started and now it's going to release, wow, that time has come. I get very nervous when my films are releasing because, you know, it's like abhi tak to sabko pakad ke rakha tha, protect karke rakha tha, and now it's going to be out there. And for people to see, judge, say, and, you know, you put in so much into a film. But Don 2 is a film I'm very proud of, and I'm really, really happy that I've been a part of it, you know, with the team, with Baman sir, with Shah Rukh, with Kunal, Lara, and Arjun, Sahil, and, you know, just everybody put together. We just made a great team, I think, and Farhan and Ritesh spearheaded it, and I think as a team together we've made a really great film.
Just one last thing. Please say the lines Don को पकड़ना मुश्किल नहीं, look into the camera.
Don को पकड़ना मुश्किल ही नहीं, नामुमकिन.